Hello everyone. 3 adopted siblings managed to save up enough money to buy their dad, who had no idea about the surprise, a present for his birthday. He was so surprised and happy because he walks to work every day, and this would make his life so much easier. But when he opened the glove compartment, an envelope fell out, and he was deeply moved. It was a rough and beat-up old car, but the siblings hoped that it would help their dad out. You see, the car was pretty old and rusty, but the inside was fairly new and clean. And even though it wasn't much to look at from the outside, they thought it would be perfect for their dad. The thing was, their dad didn't drive anymore. In fact, he walked to work every day, which took him about 2 hours because he couldn't afford a car. So when his kids told him they had a surprise for him on his birthday, he had no idea what they were talking about. "What is this?" he asked, looking at the car with confusion. "We saved up our allowance for a whole year to buy you this," said one of the kids. "Oh, honey, you shouldn't have," their dad replied, feeling a bit overwhelmed. "We wanted to do something nice for you since you work so hard," said another kid. And just then one of them went over to the glove compartment and opened it. But before they knew it, something fell out. It was an envelope. The kids had no idea what it was. They had never seen it before. When their dad looked at the envelope, his face suddenly became pale and he began to shake. Then he slowly opened it and took out some old letters. The kids were confused. Why did those letters make their dad so emotional? As their dad began reading the letters, tears rolled down his cheeks. It turned out that these letters were from his wife who had passed away 12 years ago. She had written them just before she died. But that wasn't all. The letters also contained some documents showing that this car used to be hers. Apparently, she bought it a few months before she passed away, but she never got to use it because she died soon after. And that wasn't all either. There were also photos of their whole family, including the kids, in the glove compartment. It seemed like their mom had put them there, so that whoever ended up with the car would know who it belonged to. The most heartbreaking thing was that the last letter was addressed to her kids. She wrote about how much she loved them, and how she hoped they would find a new mom and dad who would take good care of them. It turned out that the woman who had given the car to the siblings had found the letters and the photos in the glove box while she was cleaning it out. She had no idea that the car had any sentimental value. The siblings were shocked. They had no idea that the car had been their mom's. They also didn't know that she had left them letters or that she had even bought the car for herself. Their dad, however, was overjoyed. He cried tears of joy when he realized that a part of his family history had returned to him. It brought back so many memories, and it made him feel closer to his wife again. The car may have been old and rusty, but it was also a priceless treasure. It reminded him of the love he shared with his wife and the beautiful memories they made together. In the end, the siblings were happy that they had given their dad such a meaningful gift. Even though it wasn't what they had planned, they knew that it made him happy. So what's the moral of the story? Sometimes the most valuable things are the ones you don't expect. And sometimes the past has a way of coming back to us in the most unexpected ways. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and share it with your friends and family. You can also subscribe to the channel to be notified when we upload new videos.